Good morning. This is Rick Gray. I want to talk to you a little bit this morning about attitude and being a solution-oriented person rather than just a complainer. So there's a man walking down a country road. It's a little lane, little dirt road, some nice little farmhouses set off from the road there, like big porches, porch swings, you know the scene. Old man sitting on the porch. The guy's walking by this house. There's an old man sitting there, and there's a dog laying on the porch. And he notices as he walks by, the dog is just moaning and groaning. And it's kind of unusual. So the man thinks, I don't know what's wrong with this dog. So he walks up to the owner who's sitting on the porch swing. And he says, excuse me, sir, but I couldn't help but notice as I'm walking by your house that your dog is just moaning and groaning. And the old man says, yeah, oh yeah, well, he's laying on a nail. And the guy says, well, oh, he's laying on a nail. Why doesn't he get off the nail? And the old man says, well, it's not hurting bad enough for him to get off. So how many people do you know in life are like that dog on the porch? That's one thing I always like to say to people. Hey, don't be that dog on the porch. In other words, just moaning and groaning and complaining, but never doing anything about it. Just complaining. You know, a lot of people think that complaining is actually doing something about it, and that's not going to get you where you want to go. Do you know people who complain a lot? Do they have great lives? Are they really fulfilled and successful in what they're pursuing? Not usually. So I'll give you an example of thinking like a solution-oriented person. If I walk into the room, here's what a lot of people do. They walk into a room, let's say there's a class going on or a seminar of some sort. You walk into the room and it's freezing cold. Whoever's in charge of the thermostat and temperature is not doing a very good job. You walk in there and it's just freezing cold. How many people do you know walk in and go, oh, it's freezing in here, right? That's what our mind, a lot of people's mind would tend to think, hey, it's freezing in here. That is not solution-oriented, though, right? That's a victim complaining mentality. It's freezing in here. Here's a much better, more constructive thought process, and that is, how can we get the heat turned up in here? You walk into a room, it's freezing cold. You look around, instead of saying, wow, it's freezing, you say, how can we get the heat turned up in here? Immediately teach your mind, and it takes conditioning to think about solutions. Not to just think about the problem and complain like the dog on the porch, laying there moaning and groaning, but not getting up off the nail. Don't be that dog on the porch in your life. Make sure you're thinking about solutions. If we're in victim and complaining mode, we're only going to attract negative energy. Have a great day. I look forward to talking to you soon.